How to make $10,000 upwards a month by coaching how to play guitar, drums, piano, singing, any kind of popular music instrument. If you're currently teaching an instrument but you're not making at least 5 figures a month from it, then I'm gonna arrogantly tell you here that something must be wrong. Nowadays, it should be the absolute norm to make at least $10,000 a month with that online. That is, if you do a couple things right, and that's what we're going to talk about here in this video. So let's get started. My name is Max Tornow. We help people monetize their skill, hobby, passion, or expertise so they can build 6 to 7 figure online businesses as coaches, consultants, or service providers. And after watching this short video, you will know the 3 controversial key steps we've implemented for our clients to turn their musical skill into a 6-figure online coaching business. I'm talking about guys like Jacob here, who's making $10,000 to $12,000 a month coaching drums online, or Luke, who made over $10,000 in 1 month coaching guitar. And these 3 key steps might be very different from anything you've heard so far, but they're designed to get you away from the usual music teacher's problems, like spending hours a week with incompetent or ungrateful students who pay you a meager $30 per hour. And I get it, because people don't appreciate musical skills anymore nowadays. Right? More often than not, you probably spend your valuable time practicing and preparing for gigs where you play your heart and soul out on stage, and only then you receive like $200. I've been in the coaching market for over a decade now. I've been working with over 1,766 clients. We've built God knows how many 6 and 7 figure businesses with them in all kinds of niches like fitness coaching, dating coaching, programming coaching, vegan coaching, mindset coaching, leadership coaching, marketing coaching, and yes, also of course, music coaching. I've seen all the pitfalls, I know all the tricks, and I've distilled all my knowledge that my 20+ full-time A-player team and I have accumulated over the years into these 3 key steps that I'm sharing with you here in this video. What makes our methods so unique though? Well, you don't need thousands of followers on social media. You don't need to build a complicated funnel. You don't need to spend money on ads. Hell, you don't even need a website to make $10,000 to $20,000 a month. So if you like the idea of generating a high income with your instrument or musical skill while being your own boss, while making that 100% online, and while getting paid more than 97% of the musicians out there, then better get your pen and paper ready to write down some juicy notes here. Key number 1 is already going against the grain here, right? And we've been getting a lot of hate for that actually, but it works and that's all that counts. Number 1 is stop charging per hour. Instead, charge premium prices for getting your clients a specific end result. This is so powerful because it speaks directly to your potential clients' wishes and desires as a musician. Think about it. When people book a 1-hour lesson with you, what do they really want? Do they want an hour with a coach? Or do they want to get better at their instrument? When it comes to the most basic psychology, all your students want is to get the end result, which is getting better at their instrument. Right? They don't care about the how. If kissing a frog at the lake would get them better, they would do it. So why offering an hour with you then? 1 hour isn't gonna get them anywhere. So instead, work with them for a couple weeks towards a specific end result, like for example, being able to play XYZ songs or mastering XYZ technique. And for that, you're gonna charge them $1,000 to $3,000. Yes, you heard that right. But Max, nobody's gonna pay me that much. What do I do? Look, of course they will. Because number 1, they have the end result in mind instead of just an hour with a coach. And number 2, you're gonna specialize on a specific high buying power audience, which is key number 2. Have you ever talked to a potential client or student and they asked you to lower your prices because they can't afford more? Have you ever had someone make you feel unappreciated? Perhaps you even feel like what you do isn't paid high enough. That's exactly what key number 2 will fix for you. Key number 2 is tend only to people with buying power. And it's funny because every TikTok kid wannabe business coach nowadays is gonna tell you exactly that. It's such a worn out concept at this stage, yet none of these business coaches out there actually knows how to practically implement this so it works in real life. Look, imagine a pie chart of all the potential people that you could help with your coaching. Around 90% of these people don't have high enough buying power and are not serious about music. Cut these people out. Cut them out and focus on the remaining 10%. And here's the kicker. Here's the absolutely genius part about this. You're achieving this by literally only changing subtleties in your positioning and in your messaging. All right? This is where mine and my team's year-long experience comes in handy. You can't copy year-long experience. So what we've done for our client Jacob, for example, I've mentioned him in the beginning. We said, hey Jacob, you're not just going to be a drum coach like everybody else. No. You're only going to focus on problems that intermediate drummers have. Why? Think with me. Because beginner drummers often won't take it seriously enough, and they only have cheap drum sets because they just only want to try it out. You know, they want to just kind of try it out a little bit. And these people won't be able or willing to pay $1,000 to $3,000 on coaching. But intermediate drummers, on the other hand, they're taking drumming seriously. Most of them have already invested in more expensive gear and are not only able, but also willing to pay a premium price for coaching. Give me the guitar, I'll smash it. Boom. Where is the guitar? We used to have a guitar here in this office. Yep. This little baby right here can make you 6 to 7 figures a year if you do it right. Another example is the subtle change we've done in Luke's positioning. Also our client, we've mentioned him before, as a guitar coach. He's helping guitar collectors play their favorite rock songs on guitar, with the main focus being guitar collectors. We're sifting out the kids and the casual players who bought their guitar at Walmart and we're focusing on people that have bought expensive guitars and therefore clearly have buying power. So you gotta have a little bit of wit when it comes to your proper positioning to sift out the people who cannot afford premium prices. And if you don't do this, you will forever be hearing things like, oh, I'd rather buy from XYZ other coach because he's cheaper, or I just don't see the value in this, or people saying that they want to be your client but then ghost you, never to be seen again. Coaching, and more importantly, selling coaching can be so much easier, so much smoother once you really focus on the right sub-segment of your audience. Now, before we get into the third key, which is a beautiful 6-figure mindset lesson I want to give you on your way here, give a thumbs up to this video, consider subscribing because I'm posting extremely valuable content on business building and scaling every single week right here on this channel. And if you're still watching, then it means this is probably for you. So subscribe, hit the little notification bell as well so you'll always be notified every time I drop a new video. It's always appreciated. So, last but not least, you might be hearing all these steps thinking, yeah, but I'm not good enough yet to be coaching, you know, let alone charging high amounts of money. Look, of course, you need to know what you're doing, all right? You need to be good at your instrument, but that doesn't mean that you need to be a perfect master of your instrument, all right? So key number 3, write that down, is realize that you don't need to be a virtuoso in order to be a premium music coach. Nowadays, we're being brought up in an environment that constantly tells us we're not good enough. No matter how many, it's the funniest part, it's like no matter how many hours you've been putting in to master your instrument, you'll always see some Asian kid on Instagram be better than you, some 8-year-old or something like that. But the point is not to be the best. You'll never be. The point is to, number 1, care about your craft, number 2, care about your clients, and number 3, get better while already coaching. A lot of people are insecure about their skill level, and they allow that insecurity to serve as an excuse not to start or not to go for premium clients. So they keep working on their skills, they learn more theory, watch more YouTube videos. I'm aware of this is a YouTube video here, but you get the point. But none of these things is going to get you better at coaching. Only actually coaching is going to get you better at coaching. Real life experience trumps any sort of theory preparation. All right, please understand that. So, put yourself out there, be bold, and go for doing it the right way by implementing these 3 steps here. And these 3 steps are going to be the key when it comes to the right mindset, pricing, and positioning to get you to your first $10,000 a month. After that, all you need is to execute a winning strategy to have clients come to you, later on automate the whole thing so you can lean back, you know, work with your favorite clients only, watch the business grow with less and less input from your side. And that is exactly what we're doing with our clients. And if I look at clients of ours that are in the music niche or in any other niche, just crushing it, working from their laptops, starting to travel the world, especially nowadays with all these restrictions where they say, okay, restrictions in my home country are still going on, I'm moving somewhere else, I'm enjoying it, I'm going surfing, I'm exploring cities. A lot of them are visiting us wherever we are, traveling around in Europe or the States or wherever, and it's really, really cool. It really means a lot to me. So ask yourself, watching this video, you have a musical skill, you probably put thousands of hours into learning it. Get paid for that. Take advantage of the hard work that you've been putting in. Go charge premium clients. Don't be another one of these musicians that can barely afford a nice life. I have huge respect for musicians because I am a failed musician myself. I wanted to study guitar, I had an injury, I had tendonitis, had to stop, and over long term short, I started getting into the coaching business, built my very first coaching business, making 7 figures, and now I'm teaching people how to build their coaching businesses, and I still play guitar, definitely not at a level where I'm really good at it, but I still enjoy it, and it really means the world to me to have musical clients who are crushing it. And that's really, really beautiful. So think about what you could be doing with your skill. What kind of things could you buy for your girlfriend, for your boyfriend, for your spouse, for your kids? What education could you afford them? What kind of things could you buy for your parents for always having been there while you're practicing loud as hell in your room? Think about it. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate that, and talk to you soon.